dripping like water. Teaching the but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he leave know it means the know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full of milk before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Running like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner vote. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name of who got a banner flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Pins at me, I'll make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new it in the machine out. Jewelry be cold like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavenly quick, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, here's the option. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here's Fields. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Second down, back to Fournette. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake, Brady. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return is Jones. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. This one swung out to Montgomery. He's up to the 20. Now he's loose at the 40. Now look out. He's to the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this is no ordinary run after the catch. This is supersized right here. He's able to look at it, turn the field, and then it's as simple as looking for the area where the defenders aren't. And then he outruns them all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
From the 31, Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing now is Brady. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Fields. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
My name is Exo.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown! Amir Smith-Marset from 13 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Brady. And brought in by Brady. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Brady to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Fournette again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Leonard Fournette with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fields on first down. He's got Fuller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Fields now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's got daylight. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Up the gun, Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And down he goes. A Buccaneers sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. This is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Being chased at, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now.
And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Brady again. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. Extra point put through by Succop. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there, another 1st down. Brady now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 28. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended run, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. To Evans on the slant. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Check it, reload! Check it.
Fournette is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run for it with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. From the 17, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
To try again after the sack. Fields. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Fields. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Fuller. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. A gain there of 21 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 3rd down they go Montgomery. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
Yeah, I wouldn't give me the ball back either if I was you.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game.